Hey, welcome everybody. So this is what I've been working on. Actually, before I begin, I wasn't sure what to stream today because obviously I haven't been practicing, which seems to be a recurring theme. Obviously, I'm going to sound different because I have a desk set up, but I don't have a webcam for the desk, and I don't want to move my camera in the spot that it's in. I kind of like it there. I don't want to mess with that. So what you're getting is my screen essentially. So you also hear my guitar. I'm sitting right here in front of my computer, so you should be able to hear everything just fine. And what you're seeing here is what I've been working on for the Bach. I have some color-coded notes here. Notice these are blue, and I'm going to go over all of this in just a second. I just kind of want to give you a quick tour of this. Notice there's some reds, there's some purples over here, some oranges, and then I got some, this color is called strawberry over here, down here. But yeah, I haven't been practicing, which, like I said, has been a recurring theme. I just got a lot of things to do. So, but I'm trying to force myself to practice. So I woke up early this morning and I did like an hour and a half. And I'm going to see if I can do that on a regular basis before I do anything else. So, so yeah, I wasn't sure what to stream because, you know, there isn't much. And I thought, you know what, let me just walk you guys through the process of let me show you how I go about putting the music together. So, so the program I'm using is called, let me see if I can move this without, yeah, okay, good. The program I'm using is called Dorico. I think it's called Dorico. Maybe it's pronounced Dorico. I'm going to say Dorico. And it's a little pricey. I got a discount because I'm an educator, so that obviously helped. Then I also got I got two discounts. One because I was an educator, two because I was upgrading from Sibelius, and I had an old version, Sibelius 5 or something like that, which I got in like '07. And so they gave me a good deal, so I went ahead and I switched, and I had to relearn everything. But this one is definitely a better notation software. This is better. This is definitely a better program for notation input, I guess you would say. So where to begin? I don't know. I'm kind of just, you know, going on a whim here. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't plan this out. I just needed something to show you guys, and I didn't want to not have a stream. So I'm trying to make it as consistent as possible. By the way, I'm going to be moving the streams to Tuesday, I think, because Mondays I don't think I can do 6 and 8 p.m. is a little late, but I didn't want to change without any sort of heads up, so I kept it as Monday today. I just moved it up or moved it later. But next week I might move it to Tuesday. So yeah, so I guess I'll just start from the beginning. So here we have obviously the title, Prelude BWV 998, Johann Sebastian Bach, 1685 to 1750, which is basically the Baroque period, more or less. He is the Baroque period. So let me just give you a quick rundown. Let's see, 12/8. I could change that over here for those of you that might be interested. So here's the time signatures. I could change it to whatever I want. I'm obviously not going to do any of that right now. Key signature, I could do that as well. Over here, you'll see I could change it to major or minor. Up gives it another sharp. Down removes a sharp. And if I continue to go down, these will turn into flats. I have all these weird accidentals right there. And then even the treble clef, I went ahead and I made sure that was technically correct, since guitar sounds an octave lower than written. So you want to make sure you have the treble clef with an 8. Although nowadays you don't really see that anymore. Maybe some people still do it. And let's start. So 2 voices, obviously the voice on top, voice on bottom, and I'm just going to talk about what I've already talked about, but I'm going to show you obviously the colors and stuff. So in the beginning you have these arpeggios. You should be able to hear that. Let me double check. Yeah, you should be able to hear that. Oh, but now I can't hear it, but that's okay. So these 3 notes kind of stuck out at me. These three notes stuck out at me. These three notes stuck out at me, and I mentioned this once in one of the previous streams in the series. The phrases end with an arpeggio going up. So let me play the first measure. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it. And then we have that note, D major. I'm sorry, not D major. Oh. Wait, what is that? Yeah, G. Sorry. So, and that's, you see, da da da, and then next measure, same thing, bum bum bum. I haven't done the, I haven't added all of the chords or the harmonies. I got to figure out how to do that. Maybe I'll do that today. And then measure 3, same thing, but notice the arpeggio, the rising arpeggio is on this count as opposed to the final. I'm sorry, this group of eighth note triplets as opposed to this group. Actually, technically they're not triplets. I'm sorry. This group of eighth notes as opposed to the last group of eighth notes. Oh, you know what? Let me change this fingering. So let me show you how I do that. I'm going to change that to, what is it? 4, 4, 3, 2. So 4, that's going to be 3, and that's 1, but I'm going to change that to 2. Boom, and there you have 4, 3, 2. Because I want this note to ring, because I hear these 4 notes as another voice coming in out of nowhere and then stepping out, and that's why these are red. So I'm going to play this measure, and maybe these colors can help you see what I hear. So here's measure 3. Whoops. Second voice. Oops. Next voice. Okay, just like that. And then this measure right here, same idea. I feel like it, I could be wrong, but it sounds like the phrase stops here, and then you have this intertwining voice coming in the same manner that happened here. This is what I was talking about, you know, way back when. So I'm going to play measure 4. Oops. Okay, next voice. Returning voice. And then, why is that purple? Well, because I couldn't decide. It's obviously purple because it's a mix of blue and red. Because I couldn't decide if these last 3 notes should be red. Actually, this one too. I'll make that purple. So here's how I make it purple. Those of you that are interested. I got all this color. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, oh, a color palette opened up and I just select lavender here. Boom, now that's purple. I couldn't decide if this measure should be heard or played like this measure and this measure, where that intertwining melody comes in right here, or this measure should be played like the first 2 measures, because these 3 notes and these 3 notes are very close to each other. So I just made them purple. So you could do with that what you will. Let me play measure 5. That sounds like one long phrase, but I could make it. Let's see, I'll try and play it like this measure. Okay, where this is an intertwining voice, da 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 dum. So that's why I made it purple. Let me see if there's any comments. No comments yet. Okay. And then we're in a major. You know what? Since I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and. So we are in D major. So you know what? I should change that to. Let me go. There we go. There we go. Okay, now, by the way, I can move this. The cool thing about this program is when you move it, everything has its own sort of spot. And so it just kind of clicks onto each of the spaces dedicated to each of the notes, just like that. Okay, now if I wanted to fine tune it, I can do that, which I need to do. You know what? I'm gonna move that down to the bottom. So down here on the bottom left corner of your screen, or wherever you're watching of this window, there's a position Right now I have it set to above. I'm going to move it to the bottom, so I'm going to hit below. Boom, now it's on the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to put it in the center, so it's going to be between this note and this note, this location and this location technically. So, but you can see how it's latching on. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to change modes. This is called engrave mode, and now I can just drag it exactly where I want. So kind of in the middle between these two notes. Okay, Roman numeral 1 because it's the root chord. So D major. Actually, you know what? The first half of the measure is D major. And then I'm just going to copy paste. The second half of, you know what? Let me move this over. Yeah, I want to make sure it's latching onto, wait. There we go. Good. I just want to make sure it's near the note that it's latching onto. So the first half of the measure is D, second half of the measure is G, D, E, F, G. I'm just counting with my fingers here. So that's going to be 4. That's the 4 chord. Okay. So D and G. It's inverted. The lowest note is D, so that's actually 4, 6, 4. Oh shoot. How am I going to do that? I think I do it like this. 6, like that, but I need the 4. Huh. You know what? I'm gonna make another one. Oh, wait. I'm gonna do this, make it academico, 4. Okay. I just needed that small number. So, oh, no, wait, before I do that, let's make sure I put it on the bottom. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure it doesn't, I'm not moving it way out of its original location, because I'm going to fine tune it, like I said. That'll do for now. So obviously, so I'm going to have to do that for every single measure. Rita, yeah, technically yes. I mean, I'm sorry. No, I wouldn't say it's my transcription. I just copied off of the copy that I had, which is, I remember the name. Edited by Frank Koonce, Koonce. I did change a couple of things. But no, I copied it, and then the things that I changed, like this particular measure right here, I changed that. I changed where that's being played. A couple of changes with the left hand, which you might have saw me do. This was originally 3-2-1. I changed that 4-3-2, but 99% of this is straight out of a book. I just copied it. So no. Okay, but I wanted to add the colors and stuff. So this is kind of what you'll see in that consolidated video that I'll eventually get around to making. So where was I? Yeah. And then we have D major again. So I'm going to copy this. Ooh. Okay, so boom. So there's one again. And I believe this could have been, this could be a 5 chord, right? Let's see, G, see, D, E, F, G, A. So in A major, D major, we have A, C, E. Here's our E, here's our C sharp. Yeah. So if there were an A in there, it could be seen as an A dominant 7. But there's no A in there. So it could also be a 7 chord, which is a diminished. C sharp, E, G, just like that. I'm going to say 7. I'm going to say 7. Could I be wrong? Most definitely. And I'm going to put that right here. And I'm going to change that to 5, 6, 7. And then diminished. Actually, I should make that. No. What am I doing? There we go. And it's in root position, so no 6. That'll do for now. Let's see. Then measure 3. It's kind of like a D major 7, to be honest. But we're still in D. B minor. That's a B minor. You know what? Let me just do this measure, and then I kind of want to show you some of the other stuff that I was doing for those that might be interested. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just gonna put 1. I don't want to get overly complicated. So this one, boom. You know what? I really should put that. You see how this has a dotted line over here? Because technically the program is reading this as being latched onto this. So if I want to latch onto this, it's only going to move here because this is the length of the chain, I guess you could say. Hopefully that makes sense. So let me move this back. That's good enough. And then put it over here. That'll work. Okay, so now I can copy that and that. Since this is latched onto here, so that means I'm going to go to the 4th eighth note of this measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to be in the same spot. Boom, just like that. B minor in the key of D is D, E, F, G, A, B, so it's the 6th. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll do this one. I'll change that. And we are in root position, so I don't need this inversion. So there's a 6. Oh, it's a minor. So minors are lowercase, by the way, for those that are totally lost. So this means D major, this means B minor. And then some passing notes. E7. E7 is not in the key of D. Oh, you know what? I was going to stop. You know what? Let me do. I said I was going to stop here. Let me do this last measure. This is E7. So, how am I going to do this? This has been a while. I know we're going to A. This is A. B minor, E7, A. So we're just repeating these chords. So how am I going to do this? Here's what I'll do. I'm going to make this, but now I'm going to add in the new, what did I just do? In the new, key, A. Put that below. And let's move that over here. A. We've modulated to A major. If I can move that down just a little bit. Make it center. You know what I could do? I could just type it in here, actually. So it's all on the same plane, I guess you could say. Boom. A. And it's in first inversion, so that's going to be 1, 6. Just like that. All right, and this is E7. So I want to do this first because now this, I'll do it here. This, copy this one, is going to be 5, 7. Oops, not 5, 7. 5, 4, 3. 4, and I'm going to copy this little guy. If I can click on it. Probably can't. Okay, I'll just make another one and just delete that 4 and then change that to 3. So these are some of my workarounds. Okay, so these should both be attached. Good. So these are both latched onto this note. And now I could just fine tune this. 4, 3, that just means the root of the chord is is the fourth note in the chord. In this case, E7, E, G sharp, B, and then D. D's the fourth note in the chord. There's your lowest note, so 5, 4, 3. But in the key of D major, E7 is, what would E7 be? D, E, B2, it'd be major 2. Normally it's an E minor, right? How would I do that? How would I do that? How would I do that? Here's what I'll do. It's like, it would be like a borrowed chord, I guess. 2, so 2 slash. Oh, see, but now I gotta move this. That's gonna be confusing. I'll leave it there for now. But E major is not in the key of D, so that would actually have to be something. Actually, you know what? I'll do here. I'll do A. I'll do that here. And let's move this over. Oh, what happened? What? I don't know what happened there. Why is it doing that? Okay, something's up. All right, let me make sure it's perfect right there. All right, good. I don't know why things are moving around. And let me delete that. So this is what I would have to do basically for all of this, and then all of this. Okay. Let's see. I explained the purple. So here we are in A major. So I'm going to go ahead and play from here. Same thing. You have the rising arpeggio. Da da da. So let me slow it down. Rising arpeggio. And then the rising arpeggio comes early. And then this intertwining melody, intertwining voice. Now in this measure, check it out. I felt like it sounded as if this intertwining voice, this intertwining voice just took over. It doesn't step away and let the voice return. It kind of just, this is the way we're going now. And I didn't know how to notate that with the color option. So what I did is I just gradually made each of these a little darker until we're at black. I thought that makes sense. Because here, it's clear that dun 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 and then da 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 da. It just makes sense to me. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so let me play this measure so you can hear that. It's gonna sound like these three notes are the beginning of this measure, and then it just continues on, like it just takes over, and that's what these colors represent. Okay, and then it sounds like these three are part of this measure. Okay, to me that's what that sounds like, which would actually give credence to these three sounding like these, sounding like a part of this measure. So let's try it. So I'm gonna play it again. You'll hear this, these three sound like this, takes over. These three sound like this, takes over. And then these three, 4, 5, sound like an intertwining voice that steps in and steps out. So. And then all of this is pretty straightforward. We're just going through the harmonies and ending up in B minor. And then I went ahead and I colored these in two in the same manner that I colored the others. Those are going to be going, those are arpeggio, rising arpeggio. Okay, onto the second page. Same thing. Rising arpeggio. Oops. Rising arpeggio comes in early, and then intertwining melody, intertwining voice. Oops. These are the red notes, top of the page. And then rising melody. These, I'm a little unsure of this, but this is what I went with. I can definitely hear these as a part of this measure. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna start from, I'll just start from the top of the page. And then same thing. These are purple because there isn't a large leap. These are just a third apart. These are a fourth apart, which is why it gives credence to these being a separate voice. Same thing. These are a fourth interval, perfect fourth apart. Let's actually take a look at the others. Yeah, see, look, that's a fourth. That's a fourth. That's a sixth. Yeah, look at that one. That's also a sixth. So that kind of also lends credence to this being separate. It just, maybe because the intervals leaps are so large, I hear it the way I hear it. And then because the interval is pretty standard, third, 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 second, second. So yeah, purple. You could definitely hear that as one single voice. But if you wanted to be consistent, then it would be red, hence the purple. Let me go on. I'm going to start here, measure 19. Yeah, I had to make all of these. See, these are all individual lines and Roman numerals. And notice how they're all latched on, like that one's latched on. And then I just kind of fine tune it the way I showed you earlier. You know, move it accordingly. And then I had to move all of these rests too, by the way. Some of these rests were up here, so I had to move these all down. So, and I'm still obviously looking up how to do this and how to do that, because these programs are so large, you can do so many things that it's just, you can just go down a rabbit hole for sure. Okay, measure 19. We're in E minor. Oh, I'm sorry, F sharp minor. Whoops. These might be separate. I'm gonna play this measure, but I'm gonna keep this one highlighted. Try it again. And then, yeah, I'm going to color these red for now. So I'll highlight all of those, go down here in the bottom left. You don't see the color palette, but again, I'm just going to change these to, how did I do that? Red right here. Boom, so now those are red. But this definitely is all one, so I could be wrong here. Look at this leap. See this large leap? That's why I hear these as a separate voice. So I'm going to color those red. All right, so let me go ahead and play from here, and I'll try and separate them. I'll separate them with some volume, maybe a little bit of change of color. Something you could do in your own pieces if you're trying to separate things. You can also use rubato, but those are the ones that come to articulation. staccato versus legato. You could do that as well. Or you can make an extra effort to stop all the previous voices so that these are isolated. So let's see what I'll end up doing. I don't know. Actually, no. You could actually let this ring, da da da, and then while the other voice comes in. I'm not sure that'll work, but that's another option. I'm on 21. I'm right here. I want to play that tosto. So I'm actually going to add that. Let's see, where do I do that? Strings. Sul tosto, there it is. Boom. That's a little big. All right, so I'm going to shrink that. Boom. And then I kind of want to italicize that. I don't know, how do I do that? Playing technique font. Playing technique font. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, see, I'm still trying to figure this out. Font styles, playing technique font, LMNOP, and I'm going to italic. Boom, there we go. Sul tosto. I'm going to put that on the bottom. This is a lot of work, guys. Why can't I put that on the bottom? Oh, here. Below. Yeah, because it was messing with this line. Okay, so yeah, and that'll help separate this from that. I'm thinking of, I should probably let that ring too. So let's try it again from 19. So I'm gonna let this note ring so that it sounds like a separate voice from these 4 notes. This is all one. And then I'm gonna let this note ring, and then as well as including that, I'm gonna play this sul tosto to help make an even wider gap or separation. And then all of these are going to be all the same. Notice you can see the contour, right? Da, 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 da. It's all the same as this. Very similar contour. Okay, so from 19. I actually don't like that. Let me do that again though. Oops. I didn't like the sul tosto. Ponticello, maybe? Let me try. So I'm gonna start here. maybe I'm doing too much. I sort of like the Ponticello though. I think I actually wrote that down as Ponticello. Yeah, I did. Let me see. That needs some work, but that'll help separate. So I'm going to change that to Ponticello. No, just change. Okay, then I'll just do the same thing with this one. Excuse me. You know what? I'm going to do it. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right, delete this one. Bring this placement below. And then I'm going to change this. Move this over just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I like that better. And voila, just like that. Okay, let me try it again from 19. Hopefully this is interesting to those watching. Oh, I'm actually doing a little bit of rubato. That's how I'm separating it. I'm just being aware of how I'm playing it. That's what I'm doing. Let's do that again. It works for now. I might change my mind later. Now these are orange because I wanted to point out that this is the first time you hear this 3-note motif, I guess you can call it, as a sort of like acting as shoot, I don't even know the right terminology. Acting as a kind of ostinato or pedal. Things are changing, but these are staying the same. Now you actually, that's a common theme in this piece in general. I mean, the very first 3 notes, bum bum bum. Let me see. Oops. You have that. Bum. Dum ba dum ba da dum, and then again, bum ba dum, and then again ba da dum. Obviously different pitches, da da da. It's all over the place. But here is the first time that it's acting as, like I said, a pedal. So I'll play this measure right here. Whoops. Whoops. Don't slide. Oh, really careful. Try and match the tone. I don't know if you noticed that, but these were a lot brighter than these because these, I should say, these 3 were a lot brighter than these 3. Hopefully you can see that because they're orange already. So when I click on them, the color doesn't change, but you do see the fingers change. Because these are darker because they're on the 3rd string. So you actually want to match. So in this instance, and this happens all the time, these are on the 2nd string. Try and play these a little bit warmer. You could apply this to any piece. And then when you play those 2 notes again on the 3rd string, play these a little bit brighter. So let me show you. There we go. As opposed to very different. Very different. You don't want that. I didn't file my nails before I started, so it's not the best quality of sound. Third string. And then I would actually let this note ring. You know what? Okay. I'm going to make this one a different color. So this morning I was making these, what do they call this color? Strawberry. Those are notes that you let ring. And that helps separate. Oh, no, not that one. What am I doing? This one. So this one I'm going to change to strawberry. Okay. And that's actually, I should probably, when I get a chance, do it to all of the previous notes that I want to let ring. Oh, you know what? This one. For now. I might change it later. This one you want to stop ringing. You know, I'll deal with that later. So measure 25 right here. There it is again. Ba-ba-bum. I'm going to change this one to 2. That way this can continue to, because if I use my third finger, I gotta lift it off from this note, which means this doesn't ring as much as I want it to. So just that extra eighth note count, letting this note ring for that extra eighth note count makes a huge difference. So see if you can hear the difference. So here it is as written with a 2. And here it is playing that F sharp with 3. It just goes away, okay? And I don't want that. Measure 27. And here it is again. Orange notes, bum bum ba dum ba da dum, and then again ba da dum right there, ba da dum. By the way, the right hand fingering, that's all mine. What I haven't done yet is notated where the string crossings are, the awkward string crossings. But these were not, Rita, continuation of your question and answer. Continuing answer to your question. These were not in the book. I added these. But right hand fingering is so personal. I wasn't sure if I should put it on there, but I decided just do it. Maybe people will be curious enough to see if it works for them. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna start on 28. So notice these are strawberry, so they got a ring over the da 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 dum. This one's got a ring over the ba da dum. The E down here, measure 29. It's got a ring over the ba da dum. So let's see. And then I mentioned this in one of my previous streams, but I'm hearing this. Let's see. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. And I hear these 3 notes as just like accessories, like some sparkly things. So I hear. Oh no, actually this is from the previous measure. So this. So these would all be, those right there would all be one voice, and then these 3 will be something else, and then these are strawberry because I want these 3 to be connected. To the third and final page, same thing. Ba-da-dum. Right there's a strawberry colored. And then one more time. And then one final time, we get this da-da-dum, ba-da-dum. And then these you let ring. Bum, A. Notice they're all colored strawberry. That's what those colors are for. And then at the end, I didn't get this far. And then we just have this D major with C in the crescendos there. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to 36, which is here. I'm gonna add a crescendo here. All right, let's see. So here's my dynamics section. I think I'm gonna do this, save some space. Boom. I'm wondering why there's no line. I'll just leave it there. Okay. I'm trying to, sorry, I'm not explaining what I'm doing. I'm trying to listen to what I'm playing so that I can translate it to all of these different things. All of these articulation markings. So crescendo. I'm gonna do, I guess, a decrescendo, diminuendo, crescendo. There we go. So we got crescendo. Actually, that should be, I'm gonna move that. Actually, you know what? Delete that. Notice how I have, yeah, it's going into the next staff line. I don't know. You can't see my mouse cursor, but the diminuendo is bleeding into the next staff line. You'll see it selected. So I'm actually gonna change that. I'm playing a little darker there. What's the word for dark? Oscuro? Do they even have that here? Force, intensity, dynamics, articulation. Sul tasto. I'm just looking for something. I might just have to. Yeah, these are specific to the. Huh. I'm not sure what to do here. Maybe get rid of this. I'll delete this crescendo for now. I rolled that. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it out. I was about to add one of those squiggly lines. Where would that be? It'd be one of these, I think. No? No? One of these? Yeah. I'm gonna leave it. And then we finish it off. I'm not sure any of that needs color. Oh look, I do add some color here at the end. Oh yes. I hear Bum ba da da dum ba da da dum ba da da dum. But I also hear this. Bum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum ba da dum. And I want these G's, this G to connect to this F to connect right there. I don't know if that's the proper way to do it. Flip that to this one. Oops, 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 oops. And then this one. Connect to this one. And then this one. Oh, delete that one. This. There we go. That's a little cluttered, but that's what I hear. I'll have to figure out how to make that more clear. Let's see. Yeah, so here's the lower voice. Here it is. Top voice. Sorry about my singing. Like that. This is the hardest part. One of the hardest parts. It's right hand. Pretty much it. I'm gonna leave these up for now until I decide how to go about doing that. But yeah, so this is how I'm gonna do it. And so I obviously still need to do the harmony, because the harmony will help dictate some of the things that we're doing, which I talked about before. But it's coming along. It's coming along slowly. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna end it just a little bit early, because I got to the end and I mean kind of blindsided you with this, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know. If you thought this was sort of, you know, not really your cup of tea, let me know that too. But you know, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you very much for stopping by, for sticking around, and if you have any questions about the program or how I went about inputting all of this, let me know. You know, I obviously don't mind helping you out if you need some help. Obviously I don't spend hours and hours in this program, so I don't know everything. But I'll help you if you're trying to get into this stuff. All right? Thank you very much for stopping by, and I will see you all next time.